Rushdie Abu Alouf speaking from Gaza, and I'm sorry about the quality of that line. The scale of today's assault is described as the biggest since 1967. Israel says it's a legitimate response to Hamas's failure to end the rocket attacks from Gaza on southern Israel. Its timing, though, may be at least partly explained by the looming Israeli elections. The two leading candidates for the job of Prime Minister have both vowed to topple Hamas if elected. Lior Ben-Dor is the spokesman for the Israeli ambassador in London. I asked him what Israel hoped to achieve by today's attacks.
We hope to achieve some quiet, to enable the inhabitants of southern Israel, the people in Sderot, in Ashkelon, and some kibbutzim in the area, to live in quiet, to be able to send their kids to school every day, to be able to go to work every day without the threat of a Qassam rocket falling on their head.
In which case, hasn't this already failed? Because Hamas has already begun firing rockets into Israel, I believe into Ashkelon.
I prefer to wait to see the result of this operation. We hope that by destroying their infrastructure, they will get the signal that it's better for them to stop shooting the Qassam rockets on Israel. Let me remind you that Israel pulled out from Gaza more than 3 years ago, and we are not going to reoccupy Gaza. We just want some quiet from Gaza, and the Gazans had the chance of developing Gaza for the benefit of the Gazans. Instead, they turned Gaza into a huge launch pod of Qassam rockets against Israel, and we cannot afford continuing this way.
If your intention is to destroy military infrastructure, the nature of Gaza is such. It's a crowded, dense place. Civilians are also being hurt. Isn't that something you should be concerned about?
Yes, we are concerned, and this is the dilemma which we lived during the long time of restraint until we launched this operation. We know that the terrorists of Gaza, they on purpose install their military compounds within densely populated areas, and they on purpose launch some Qassam rockets from within villages.
It's a small place. People live cheek by jowl. Military compounds are going to be within those occupied areas.
And we are sorry for any civilian casualties in Gaza. And this is why we are really very carefully trying to target only fighters, only military targets.
Can what you're doing be described as proportionate? The attack which we've seen today, is that in any sense proportionate to the sort of rocket attacks that have been launched rather amateurishly from Gaza into southern Israel?
I'm not surprised that you are starting using this word disproportionality or other words to describe the extent of the Israeli operation or reaction. The disproportionality is not the issue here. The issue here is to stop the terrorists of Gaza, the rulers of Gaza, of shooting and destabilizing and paralyzing the lives of citizens in Israel.
Even if it means killing civilians?
We don't want to kill any civilians in Gaza. We are targeting only people who are directly involved in terrorist activities against Israel. This is our duty to protect the lives of our citizens. We don't want to punish any civilian in Gaza who is not involved in directly or indirectly in those terrorist activities against Israel.
Will a ground operation be launched shortly?
Well, it's very difficult to predict right now. Right now we are focusing on airstrikes. We are trying to avoid ground operation in Gaza. We know that the consequences will be much graver, and we are trying to avoid it. We hope that Hamas people in Gaza will decide even today, even now, that it's better for them to stop the shooting of Qassam rockets on Israel. And then we will not have to speak about any other kind of operation in Gaza anymore.
How long will the air attacks last?
Until Hamas in Gaza gets the clear signal that it's better for them to stop the shooting of Qassam rockets on Israel, not just for 2 days, 3 days, or 1 month, for forever, because any lull, any truce with Gaza enables them in the meantime to build up for the next round against Israel.
Lior Ben-Dor, spokesman for the Israeli ambassador in London. Hamas remains at loggerheads with Fatah, the Palestinian faction it ousted from Gaza.